you doing, big fella? You all right? How you doing, boys?
Very good.
I know, you're always stuck in the kitchen, aren't you? But do you ever think about jumping on a motorbike and escaping into the wilderness and cooking food from all corners of the world?
No.
In a
I
word.
can't drive a motorbike.
Ride a motorbike.
Yeah. Oh, do you ride it?
Yeah, he drives.
You're a big motorbike fan,
Yeah,
aren't you?
big bike fan. Yeah, I did go to Vegas once. Flew, I literally took a week off work, flew to Vegas, t-shirt, pair of jeans, off I went, toothbrush, toothpaste, and that was it. And then just literally hired a Harley and went all around Yosemite and fantastic. It was a
Bit of
great
Schwarzenegger.
Great time.
Never ever a passion, never a desire.
Oh, no, not on a bike. I'd love to go out walking and things like that. I'd like to do a real train journey.
Yeah. Three-wheelers now, you're all right?
Are they?
Yeah.
Don't encourage
You can get
him.
stabilisers if you fall off.
Yeah, you've got two sticks to stabilise him. He's taken the mickey out of him, haven't we? Ladies and gentlemen, we've got two gentlemen who have done just that. They've got a fantastic series on BBC Two. They're called The Hairy Bikers. Please welcome Simon King and Dave Myers. Here they come, riding on their motorbike in real style. Isn't it wonderful? They've been all over the world, ladies and gentlemen, cooking food by the roadside. We'll be finding out all about that in a moment. And here they are. Come on, boys, come and join me. Hello, Simon.
I'm well, how are you?
Nice to see you. Are you all right? Nice to see you. Good. So, gentlemen, tell me, what made you decide to go by motorbike then?
Oh, you have to. You're engaged in the environment. It's a real icebreaker. It's great. And lots of grannies, you know, come up to you and go, I remember when. So it's fantastic, that.
I suppose if you're in a car, you're a bit protected, but in the motorbike, you're kind of exposing yourself to everybody. And you're
absolutely.
more approachable. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, you miss so much in a car.
Yeah.
You do?
Now, hold on, guys. One thing I've got to point out is this hairy business. I mean, was this grown for the series, or is it something that you've always
No,
had?
I've always been scruffy.
You've always
I know
loved
it's, you know, we've got to stay scruffy, we've got to stay quite big, so it's really nice.
Oh, fantastic.
I've had this since I was 4, anyway.
It's not a bad lifestyle
Yeah,
choice,
I wonder if
really.
you're scruffy shoppers. Come on, let's have a look at your bag. You go and join James. Come over and meet our lovely Brian over here then. There you go.
Yeah,
Hi,
nice-
Brian.
nice
Hi,
to see you,
Chef.
Paul.
Give me a good old shake for us, Simon. Let's have a look what you've got in your bag.
Right.
OK. Brilliant. Oh, that one's a bit difficult.
Oh, that's a good one.
Is that a T-bone steak?
T-bone steak.
Oh, I haven't seen one of those in years. Talk to us about these ingredients.
OK, T-bone steak, love meat, good quality meat, great. We produce some really good stuff in Northumberland.
What do we do with that?
Porcini mushrooms. I'm a member of the Florentine Mushroom Club, so porcini's loads of flavour.
These are my favourite. Yeah, they only take an hour to come out. They're great. They're really good.
You'll be all right, Brian, be all right.
And you like that blue, I take it?
Oh,
So we won't be cooking that for long either.
No, that would be
Is that
good.
foie gras?
This
It
is
is.
unreal, yeah.
foie gras.
It's,
But it's corn-fed foie gras, and it, I was thinking about there's a guy that we went to visit in Vietnam called Didier Colou, who's this mad French chef.
I've met
who's-
Didier.
Yeah, he's fantastic.
Absolutely,
He's
yeah.
fantastic. So I thought about him when I was buying that, really.
well, I have to say, sweet potato and foie gras is something that I see nearly every 10 years. Fantastic. Just what we want, mate.
I know, sweet potato. You've got your lovely sprouting
Can I just say
broccoli.
thank you now?
Yes.
Good boy.
I thought
you
I'd done
spend,
you all right.
Simon?
£10 and 3p.
Oh, just a little bit over. But you can't calculate for that. I think it's a fabulous bag, don't you?
It's brilliant, but you can't do anything about it from cook it and eat it.
Well, you better
That's
get on
right.
with it, Dave.
That's
That's
right.
it.
We like that. We
We've
do
got
like
no more
that.
time. Over to you, Dave. Come on, let's see what you bought for James. Give it a
bag.
little shake. It is a good bag, isn't it?
Oh,
I don't know
this
what
isn't a
Brian's
bad neither.
complaining about, eh? Oh, dear. Now, briefly, tell us what you bought along here. Lovely sea bass.
I've got a nice sea bass. I mean, I live in Cumbria and Morecambe Bay. Got some of the best sea bass in the world. I think it's the king of fish. It's my favourite.
Sure.
And it's quick. I've got rhubarb. Because when we were in Africa, there was an awful lot of cooking fruit with meat and vegetables. I think rhubarb could go with fish.
Do you? Mackerel, yes.
And I bought a nice kind of young pecorino cheese.
Pecorino's lovely.
Yeah, I like pecorino. Sometimes I think that Parmesan can taste like grated socks. But pecorino, it's good value,
And it
isn't
can
it?
do, especially that stuff in the tub, the pre-grated stuff,
Well,
Dave.
after about 2 years in the cupboard,
No,
but that's on the money.
OK, spinach, new potatoes,
Potatoes.
leek. How much did you spend?
£9.93.
There you go, mate.
Oh,
Hey.
I honestly trust
We're
you.
frugal in Cumbria.
Oh, absolutely.
No, you just
What do you think now, mate?
That is great. I mean, fantastic
That's
piece
beautiful.
of
It's
fish.
quite
yeah.
good, the old sea bass, to take on strong flavours, so perhaps you
Brilliant.
could work with something there. We'll find out in a minute. You have a bit of a chat with our chef, James, but first, let's find out what Simon's going to get from Brian.
Well, part of it's fantastic. Part of it's just, I mean, that's a wonderful piece of meat. So we'll simply grill that. I'm going to make these porcini, which only take half an hour to reconstitute. We'll make a little bread and butter pudding with that and a sauce, because that gives us bags of flavour. Shallot sauce. I tell you what, we do just lots of different sauces. Foie gras sauce, mushroom sauce, shallot and red wine sauce. We'll do a béarnaise sauce. Lots of different sauces to go with that, and then loads of accompaniments, and we'll make, first time ever on British television, sweet potato and foie gras.
Wow.
Wow.
Never been seen before.
Wow. I don't know if you bikers
I've
done
never
it on your
seen it
travels, foie gras and mixed it with sweet potato?
No.
No. But that sounds good, though, doesn't it?
Sounds fantastic.
Lovely. Looking forward to
Fantastic.
seeing it. All right, Dave, let's see what James is going to do for you.
Well, we're going to mix a bits of Mediterranean and English, really. Med, you've got this sea bass. We just trim off the scale, trim off these little fins. I'm going to roast it whole. Originally, I would do that in salt, so cover the whole lot in salt and bake it in the oven so it's in crust. But I think we haven't got time, so we'll stuff it full of herbs, lime, roast it in the oven, lemon juice, wilted spinach to go with that. I'll do a warm spinach and pecorino salad with potatoes. We'll do a potato salad to go with this as well. Roasted leeks, and I think this one we'll do half in sweet and sour. So we'll do like a chutney to go with this, and then the other one we'll do a traditional English charlotte.
Oh,
But we'll
lovely.
do it with rhubarb. Normally apple charlotte, we'll do it with
Okay.
rhubarb charlotte with bread and
Bread,
baked
butter,
crumble
and
glaze.
Oh,
and
very
bacon
nice.
mustard.
Oh, how's that sound?
Oh, I'd want to eat that.
Yeah.
It's nice balance.
Get you
Lovely.
hungry, didn't they, these
Yeah.
guys? No wonder you're all out in the kitchen thinking, what am I going to cook tonight? Get them fish fingers out. 20 minutes, what I say. Ready, steady, cook. OK, we're up and running, ladies and gentlemen. Our chef, Brian Turner. What's he going to do? Loads of different sauces. If ever you were confused about what sauce to accompany your steak, he's going to dispel that myth completely. We've got a nice, beautiful pacino, these kind of Italian wild mushroom sauce. We've got a shallot sauce, a foie gras sauce, all to accompany our steak there, and the delicious banana shallots. Slightly sort of sweeter taste from those. We've got our purple sprouting broccoli. That's going to be featured with a beautiful hollandaise or kind of béarnaise sauce. And, of course, the foie gras and sweet potato blended together. Never been done on Ready Steady Cook before. Brian's just told you about that. But James is going to be doing a couple of unusual things. 2 different variations with our nice coarse rhubarb here. One's a kind of a little bit of a compote. The other one's going to be cooked down in a charlotte. Then we've got, look, he's already slashing the fish. I'll come back and find out exactly what he's going to be stuffing with that later. But he's going to be serving it on a bed of spinach, some new potatoes. We've got pecorino cheese, and we've got the rhubarb charlotte. That is a dessert, by the way, for those of you who don't know. But let's find out how our chef Ryan's going to be starting off here.
I'm going to get these into roast.
Now, what about
I've got
the old...
these porcini in boiling water, because that's how you get the best flavour out of them. They're quite chewy unless you leave them for about half an hour.
Yeah.
We ain't got that, but that's the best way. But we'll get bags of flavour. They're really meaty.
Sure, chef.
And this,
I can
before
understand
we
that.
start, I just want to take some of this. This is a wonderful piece, is this. But I quickly just want to take a nice presentation piece.
Yeah.
That, yeah,
There you go.
okay. And I'm just going to put that in the fridge,
Wow.
and we'll keep that for later on. That's beautiful, is that?
That's a lovely piece.
It's
okay.
grand as that, I have to say.
That's
It's
for presentation. All right, we'll
We
find
might
out
even
little
get a
bit more.
foie gras soup out of this. I've never done that before either.
Ooh.
Oh, excellent.
Right, this is going to, when you've done that, just cut these into...
Now, just chopping up the
Like
sweet
that, okay?
potato over
Yeah,
there.
got it.
And we've got a T-bone steak. I don't actually know, ladies and gentlemen, whether we've had a T-bone steak on the programme before. That's why it's called T-bone. You can see the bone is there. It's kind of in a T shape. Chef, I've got to say, they weren't very popular a few years ago, T-bone. You couldn't get them at your local butchers, could you?
No, it's like lots of things. Everybody used to it. There's the big man's dish. They used to go out in the Burnie-in days, and everybody had T-bone steak. Then we said, oh, it's too common, is that? And now, we've got them in our Slough restaurant. They're back on the menu. Bestseller ever.
Wow.
And what we're going to simply grill that underdone. I'm going to season it up in a minute, get the flavours going. But just look at that piece of meat. Look at the colour.
Yeah.
Great colour. The fillet's nice and tender. It's a bit tougher, but look at that bit of fat through there.
Yeah.
Wonderful fat on top. It'll be really great to it. It'll look fantastic, but we can only do one dish. You can't cut that up.
OK,
Right,
can't
sir.
cut it up
Okay.
at
What would
all.
you like us to do,
Part
sir?
the fillet
Right, those
steak, the
chopped
rest
up
is
fine, yeah?
sirloin.
Yeah.
Absolutely fantastic. We'll come back and talk with our chef about that soon. Over to James Martin. Now, already, very quickly, before the fish starts going, let me show you what he's done. He's slashed it. What herbs have you put inside here, Chef?
Oh, everything. Basil, a little bit of fresh thyme, rosemary, parsley.
There we are. Let me just bring this over here very quickly. Look at that.
Wow.
Hardly any prep. Slash the skin there. Bit of rock salt, lovely herbs on top. If I open that up there, you can see them all inside there. And that's going to infuse. That's going to just, as it heats up, it's going to get into the meat of the fish. Fantastic. Oh, yeah, get it in the oven. Get it in the oven. You'll get me in trouble, you lot, having to show you all the time.
Right. Rhubarb, this one. We're going to make a simple little apple charlotte. Now, the secret is with rhubarb is that if it's not in season, which now this time of year it's okay.
Yeah.
Sometimes you get the forced rhubarb as well, which is great.
What's the difference? A lot of
Yorkshire
people
rhubarb.
want to know about
Yorkshire rhubarb. Well, there's a famous place in Yorkshire, which Brian will know, the Rhubarb Triangle.
Yeah, East Ardsley.
Halifax, Barnsley,
No,
and
no, it's a
Wakefield.
bit farther over, Chef. East Ardsley, towards Wakefield, promise you.
Is it? There you go.
I used to live there.
But it's full of load of sheds, dark sheds,
That's
where
it,
they
yeah.
grow rhubarb.
And you can actually hear it growing, can't
You
you?
can hear it growing. It's a bit like Wellington boots, yeah, when it's going.
It
but
talks to itself.
It's fantastic stuff. And that's the way to stuff like that.
I can hear that growing up there.
Yeah.
It's similar to that, yeah.
Is it? Well, you're saying I don't sound like a rhubarb.
But rhubarb is brilliant, absolutely brilliant. But my advice is with rhubarb as well, is a touch of ginger or orange juice brings out the flavour. Ginger, orange juice or whiskey.
Yeah.
In something like with rhubarb, complements it superbly well. I've got a little bit of ginger in there, which I'm stewing off.
And do you want an orange there, chef?
No, fine, that, because we're going to make a cremant glaze with a bit of orange
Would you
juice.
like the zest, or what are you going to put in there?
No, we're going to make a anglaise sauce, a fresh custard sauce.
Oh, lovely.
With, I'm going to put orange in it, orange zest. So if you can do me 4 egg yolks, please.
Yeah.
That would be great. So fresh egg custard sauce,
Did
double cream, milk and vanilla.
Did you have the luxury of having eggs when you were travelling?
Yeah, apart from Vietnam, because with the bird flu, all of a sudden all the chickens and all the eggs disappeared. And we did an article on bird's nest soup, which is kind of like bird spit soup. You know, it's the saliva of the red-rumped swift. And,
Keep going, we'll lose this if you carry on like this.
and so we had to get clearance by the government to say it was OK by 2 people from the BBC to eat the bird's nest soup. It was very nice, very palatable. A
bit like James's food here.
Oh,
then.
this is infinitely more appetising.
That's what we
Cheerio,
like to
please.
hear. We like to encourage him. OK, chef. Now, we were talking about the old cremant glaze. Now, you're just heating up the milk and the cream, and that's going to go on to the sugar and yolks later.
The sugar and the yolks, bit of vanilla, A simple way of doing a chutney is just balsamic vinegar, sugar, and a fruit. Like if you've got apple, I'd put apple in there. If you've got tomatoes, put a little bit of tomato in there.
OK.
And that'll stew down. It gives it our sweet and sourness.
All right, then. And the
gonna go with
idea
that.
of the apple and the tomato, bit of acidity in there, guys, OK?
That's it. Right,
Don't be
this is-
frightened of that.
Our little charlotte here, which is
Okay.
really simple to make. It's basically layers of bread,
There you go. Now,
which are dipped in butter.
so that's going to just be dipped, and
So
then
you
that
take
goes around.
you take a cutter, normally just a bit smaller than the ring that you're actually going to make it in.
Yeah.
One cutter for the base, one cutter for the top,
Yeah.
like that. And then we need sort of 4 oblongs
There you go, chef.
for our bread as
Great.
well.
OK.
Yeah,
Take
yolks, James.
That's it, yolks, thank you. And about 3 tablespoons of sugar in there as well.
Wow.
Now I actually don't put my
There you
sugar
go,
when
mate.
you're making this sauce. Don't put your sugar in there
Yeah.
until this is nearly
Okay.
hot, which that is. Otherwise, the egg yolks will actually cook.
In the egg yolks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they'll
and then
actually
whisk it
cook.
up. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the sugar actually sets the egg yolks. So, right, to make the charlotte, dip it in the butter like that.
OK.
Take the bread, and these go all the way around the edge. But you're just overlapping this slightly. So when you pop this in,
And the butter side compressor, that really sort of,
Yeah.
and that cooks, doesn't it? Until sort of
cooks it down,
crispens up
stops it from
beautifully.
sticking as well. But that's so you can see it's low in fat, this dish and all. It's good stuff.
Just under 13 minutes now. Keep beating that. Go on, Dave.
Aye.
I'll come back and
Give
talk
it
to you.
welly.
Thanks very much.
Okay,
We're going to put
boss.
the rhubarb in there, seal that, and pop that in the oven. Let's get back down to the green pepper kitchen. See how Chef Brian Turner's
is
getting on
hot.
here. Now,
just take
Chef,
that out, that's hot.
sauces.
Come out with
Sauces. How have you begun your
also,
sauces
yeah.
here?
Right, I've just got my pans on ready. Just take the mushrooms out and chop the mushrooms up, please. We've got the shallots on for the red wine sauce, so we put that.
Sure.
That's
Do
on.
you want a
I've got a bit
char-grilled
of
pan
soup
on
on
for
as well.
your steak, Chef?
Not yet, just chef. I just need a bit more. I'm running out of pans actually.
OK.
Once we've
So
got this
chopping
off,
everything
that'll
up.
be okay.
Yeah.
I need to get this bread and butter pudding on first.
All right,
So as
then.
soon as those mushrooms are ready, which is almost now, similar kind of thing to James. I've got 3 egg yolks, 2 eggs. Oh, it's 1 extra egg yolk. That'll set nicely.
OK.
Salt, please.
All right.
That's it's okay. Now chop the rest up. Thank you. Well done.
All right, so we've got a kind of... this is like a puccini and shallot bread and butter pudding,
That's
would you
all
say,
it is.
Chef?
Yeah. Nice and quickly done. Double cream again. No milk in there. Just double cream.
Okay.
Can I have some of that cheese at all?
Yeah.
Please.
All right, then.
Whenever you're ready.
All right, what cheese is that, Chef? What cheese
I don't
have
know
you
what he's got. I saw
Oh, he's got a
pecorino
little
there.
pecorino. Can I give him a bit,
Yeah,
James?
go on. Just
All right, then. Our chef's all busy
crust up,
here. We're
please,
trying
yeah.
to keep the whole thing moving along here in the
So
kitchen.
this is it. Just the rhubarb goes in your little charlotte like that.
Yeah,
Stewed it down. It'll stew down even more when it's in the oven. So
beautiful. That's all coming together.
That's
Look
got
at that.
sugar, orange
and really,
juice.
really compact it. Really push it down. Yeah,
That's the one.
So
Sugar,
it keeps it
orange
in shape.
that's it.
Lovely. Right, just under 11 minutes to go now, boys. Here. Let's go. Let's find out. Let's see
Put
how
the
this is
pecorino
going.
in there. That's a good fella.
All right, you're under pressure there, aren't you, chef? Eh?
But what makes you think that?
Yeah, right. Loads of pecorino cheese, guys. OK, very similar to Parmesan.
Right, now,
all right,
whisk that
that's
up,
it.
please.
Oh, a bit hot. Let's get that in.
Whisk.
There you go. And we'll put this in the oven. Simon, tell us all about this Hairy Biker series then, mate.
Well, it's about...
Don't stop walking.
Chef, give it. I will.
Oh, shut up. There we are.
Look, Chef, I'm doing it. Look. It's about Dave and I discovering food from different continents, basically, and you know, talking to people
Is
about
Durham
food.
a different continent?
Of course it is, and well, you know it.
Right.
Let him know.
And you know, and talking about food and how food is important to people from around the world, and you know, when they sit, there's nothing better than sitting around a table with a load of food, fantastic, and talking about it.
That, get some tarragon, chopping tarragon. What's your
Right.
And did you meet a lot of the locals? Were you able to go to their house? Were they quite inviting? Do you know what I mean?
Oh, they were great. Well, that's part of the reason that we go on motorcycles. Tarragon, great. Perfect.
There you go, mate.
Thanks, man.
Carry on.
That's part of the reason that we go on motorcycles.
Yeah.
Because it breaks down all those barriers, really.
Sure.
And people are interested in bikes. And you know, the amount of times that we kind of pulled up and went, do you know where we can get that really, really good sausage that's famous here? And they go, I know just the place. Lady down the road there. So it's about sourcing the food as well, and about going to the source of it. So that's
brilliant.
It's fantastic.
How
It's a
did you
great.
plan all this then? I mean, you didn't just wake up one morning with Dave and just thought, oh, come on, let's go and hike around on our bikes.
Well, yeah, kind of. Yeah.
No, like a good TV series.
We worked in the industry before that, behind the camera, and we kind of had we knew producers and directors and stuff. So we touted the idea around, really, and then this very kindly John Stroud and Vic Ramjianti said, yes, love to do it. Let's have a go. 3 years later, here we are. On Ready, Steady, Cook.
I know, it's incredible, isn't it? And what type of countries did you visit? Give us an idea of that.
Well, we kind of sat down and thought, right, OK, where do we go? And we just picked places that we liked, really. Chef's going to kill me in a minute. Where would you like this, Chef?
In a little bowl, please, Chef.
Yeah, mate.
So we went to Namibia. We've been to...
8 minutes, gentlemen.
We went to Namibia. We went to Romania.
Yeah.
We went to the island in the Isle of Man. We went to... and then the second series is in Turkey.
Yeah.
And Vietnam and Mexico. We've just come back from Mexico, which is...
Fantastic.
It's
Good.
just fantastic.
Beautiful, isn't it?
Wonderful, wonderful opportunity. Fantastic.
Oh, great. Enjoy it. We'll talk again. And we're certainly enjoying what Brian's got on offer here. Lots and lots of different sauces. Once again, briefly tell us, is that the shallots sauce there, Chef?
That's red wine and shallots. This is the porcini
Yeah.
and cream over here. We've got the foie gras sauce on the go here.
OK.
I'm just trying to find somewhere I can make this other blessed
And
sauce.
just, what's it, cream white wine in the foie gras there, Chef, or what?
In there we have got shallots, foie gras, cream, chicken stock in oil, just give that little bit of flavour. But what we've done is we've kept the water from the porcini, that's got the flavour, and as it boils down, we've got the soup on the way here, we just keep topping it up.
Beautiful. We've got some roasted shallots there, guys. We've got our T-bone steak cooking, probably medium rare, I would have thought, for Simon. Let's go back down to the red tomato kitchen. And 7 minutes to go now, gentlemen.
Lovely.
Ooh, what do you got there? Some croutons? That's for a salad, is it, Chef?
Yeah, a nice little salad. We're going to do this warm spinach salad with pecorino cheese.
Great, OK.
And then we're going to do that with croutons, a little simple dressing to go with it.
All right, that's
Keep
all
it
that's
nice
going to be
and
blitzed down. And
It's a pesto to go with our...
OK, and here, this is the
That's the little rhubarb, almost like a
chutney.
chutney sort of thing, really.
Yeah.
So keep it sweet and sourness as well. That sweet and sourness goes well. Rhubarb's especially good, but it's mainly good with oily fish.
Yeah.
Things like mackerel. It's really good with rhubarb.
Oh,
like mackerel is with gooseberry.
What about your passion from food? Where did that all stem from? We see you guys almost casually cooking. 'Cause you're not chefs, are you?
No, we're cooks. I think we're good cooks, you know.
Yeah,
we cooked all our lives. I mean, when I was a kid, really, my mum was disabled, and so my dad had to take up the torch for the cooking.
Yeah.
And I kind of got involved in it with him. And then I came down to London when I was like 17, 18 to art school, and it was just the palette of what was available, which I sort of seized with a frenzy. And we've cooked together for about 20 years, really kind of by accident.
You've been really close mates then?
Yeah. Sorry, James, you want to...
OK, there we are. Now, let's get this. Here we are, mate. I'll put this in here for you. Oh, you got that. Here we are. This is just going to get rid of all the
Yeah.
Use a little bit of kitchen paper when you're cooking your croutons. Just tip the whole pan up.
Yeah,
there you go.
you're right with that.
Get it in there. Yeah, go on, get
Keep
them
the
all
pan
in
on
there.
the heat. Keep the pan on
Yeah,
the heat.
yeah.
All right, there you go. And you want to use the pan again, do you, Chef?
Do you want the oil, James?
Yes, just no, chuck it in there. That's it.
Yeah.
There you go.
of wilted
Keep all those going. Fantastic.
That custard tastes amazing.
You like that? Simple,
Aye.
simple. The secret of cooking spinach as well. Try not to wash it. If it's really dirty, obviously wash it. But just show it the heat of the pan. So just a touch of butter, like that. Show it the heat of the pan. Sort it all together, and that's it. Don't cook it any longer.
And there's
than that.
enough water from the washed leaves to kind of create
don't boil it.
this
Just
heat.
a touch of butter. That's all you need.
Okay.
Bit of black pepper, bit of salt.
Who's the better cook out of you and Simon then, Dave?
We're kind of different. I'm a sort of fiddly cook. I like kind of, in Oriental food, I like little parcels, I like order. I mean, he's a bit kind of more rustic.
He likes throwing it in the pan.
Yeah, and it kind of looks kind of odd, but I like a bit of
Are
balance.
you a bit messy then, Simon?
No. Well, yeah. Messy. We did a lamb stew in Turkey on this balcony. It was like Vesuvius. Yeah. You know, it's just bits. But I like the order. And I
Sure. Everything controlled, you know exactly what goes in and stuff like that. Does
Yeah.
that reflect the way you live then? Is his flat a little bit more messier than your house?
No, I don't think his missus would have that.
She keeps running around him saying, come on, tidy everything up.
Yeah, it gives me a quick
Lovely.
kick in the kidneys.
When you're actually travelling, Dave, it's all
Yes.
right, I don't mind, it's a kitchen. So when you're actually travelling around, what advice would you give people? Because you guys pick up things all the time on your travels, don't you? People who are going abroad and wanting to experience new foods, because we've got a bit of a phobia, haven't we, in this country?
Yeah.
Like, oh, I'm not going to go there, I don't like the food.
Well, I'd say first thing is have a go with street food. Street food comes from the people, and we've been doing it for thousands of years.
Yeah.
And you very rarely get ill off street food because the food's fresh. It's in hotels where they've got refrigerators. Like Vietnam, it's so not a refrigerated society. The food's fresh. And it's the big hotels that tend to kind of wipe you out.
Sure.
But we've always been all right, you
And
know.
there's no wheat, no dairy in Vietnam. They don't use a lot of it in
great
their
thing. After
cooking.
about sort of 5 weeks of no wheat, no dairy,
Sorry about that.
you just feel fantastic. You know, it's very healthy. And it's good for diabetics, isn't it?
It is good
Watch
for
this, look at
diabetics,
this.
but I wasn't very
Now tell
well,
us
I have
why
to
you're
say.
cooling this down, please.
Because it's too hot.
Is that my fault?
No, he doesn't want it to go. He didn't want to burn your caramel, guys. If your caramel, you want to keep it a certain colour, then you just put it into a pot of water just to cool it down. That will stop the cooking process, OK? And you think about that, especially when you're making sugar things, when you're glazing things with sugar. OK, about 3 minutes to go. Lots of interesting things going on here. Caramels, we've got a beautiful rhubarb chutney. We've got our salted leeks here and a little bit
Can I
of
just
fresh
show you this,
thyme
Ains?
butter. That's very aromatic. Show me,
Beautiful,
Chef.
isn't it?
This is a little bit of
Wow.
apple charlotte. Easy as that, you see?
Very good, very good. Yeah, round of applause. Why not, ladies and gentlemen? Why not?
That's with that lovely custard in the centre.
What can I do, James?
There you go.
Have a drink.
All right,
You crawler.
have a drink. There you go. Let's put that there.
Right.
OK, let's get back down to Brian briefly, see how he's going on. Charred grilled purple sprouting broccoli there. Everything really coming along. And look at that
little
gorgeous
teaspoon
steak
of
there with those lovely, lovely onions. I just think that looks sensational. Beautiful. Very nice indeed. As you say, Chef, you don't want to do too much with that, do you?
No, you can't, because it just looks so lovely. It's so nice to eat. It would be a shame to do out with it, lad.
OK, and we've got that foie gras in the fridge. Where will that feature, Chef?
If I remember it, anyway. I've got the pan on here for it. Thank
Okay,
you, Ains.
yeah,
That's
all
very
right
kind,
then.
mate.
All right, about 2 minutes to go now.
Get
Let's
some
keep all
wine
this
ready,
going.
mate. Get some wine ready.
OK, yeah, glass of wine. There's your wine down there.
Okay.
And you want this corn flour? Do you want that slate,
A
Chef?
bit of water, yes, would be fantastic.
OK, here we go. That's a little bit of water. Let's get that grill pan out the way. There you go. There we are. Beautiful. Now, what about unusual foods for you, Simon, on your tour? Any memories that you have thinking, oh, yes, I'd love to try that again, or never in a million years will I go there?
Well, the never in a million years was a thing in Namibia called a mapani worm.
Oh.
You know what?
Oh, mapani. steady on, Brian, steady on. It was a mapani worm, and it's a massive, massive hit of protein when you eat it.
Yeah.
So, wait a minute, I'm going to get run over by Brian.
I know, it's a bit manic here in the kitchen, isn't it?
Can you get some basil whilst you're talking?
Yeah,
Yeah,
carry
no
on.
problem.
Yeah.
And tear it to go on top of here.
OK,
Ready,
1
one.
minute to go now. We'll have to catch again. So the worm was the worst experience.
Oh, it was awful. Tasted like rotten trainers. It was
When did you last eat rotten trainers? How do you smell them?
It smelled like 16-year-old sun, Brian. 16-year-old.
I tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, our food certainly doesn't smell like rotten trainers here today. We've got all sorts of wonderful things. We've got T-bone steaks, we've got sea basses, we've got all sorts of accompaniments to go with them. But the most important thing is for our audience to vote and consider what the chefs did with the ingredients they were given, guys, OK? When you're voting, think about that. All right, not much time now. Time is moving on. 20 seconds to go. 20 seconds. All the sauces are out. Everything's happening. Here we go now. Audience, help me count down, please. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop! Cooking! Wow. Looks and smells absolutely fabulous, doesn't it? Very nice indeed. But to remind you of what our chef started off with, Brian Turner has a small T-bone steak, a slice of foie gras, sweet potato, dried porcini mushrooms, purple sprouting broccoli and a couple of banana shallots, whilst James Martin starts off with a large sea bass, new potatoes, young pecorino cheese, rhubarb, spinach and a large leek. Well, I bet you'd travel a long way to get food like this, wouldn't you? It looks really, really yummy, but you're the recipient of this, mate. You pick up your cutlery, get stuck in. What are you going to call this, Brian?
Well, it was a hairy 20 minutes, but there's a hell of a lot at stake.
Oh, good one. Good one, yes, that's a good one.
Tuck into your steak, mate.
I can't
Now, Chef, an awful lot of sauces here. Tell us all about what you've done here.
If I could start from the soup here in the middle, you can see this lovely layer of fat on it from the foie gras, just fantastic flavour. So all the bits of foie gras we got there, sweet potato, shallots, chicken stock, just made it a lovely soup, and that fat on top, it really tastes great. Then we've actually got foie gras and cream mixture here, and just bake those potatoes. So once again, salt and pepper, lift them up, bit of garlic. This is the porcini bread and butter pudding. We borrowed some pecorino over there, which we'll give you back tomorrow. A bread and nice little custard. It's set there, tastes wonderful. And then it's really centres on this steak. Simply grilled. We seasoned it nice and early. We've got bags of flavour there. Just simply grilled. It's medium rare. Roast shallots, bit of foie gras on top there. We've got, this is just grilled lemon juice and pepper with purple sprouting broccoli. We've got some sauce béarnaise over it here. And then the highlight, I think, the real trick is we've got béarnaise made with egg yolks, melted butter, mixed herbs, shallots and vinegar. Then we've got the porcini sauce made with white wine, cream, chicken stock, shallots. Then we've got over here something else. That is fantastic. That's brilliant. That's the foie gras sauce, lovely. And then a red wine shallot sauce. I've done. That's it.
Fantastic.
It's unbelievable. It is unbelievable. Yeah, it's fantastic.
OK. Simon's getting stuck into it. He's going to enjoy that. Let's find out how Dave fares when he tucks into James's food. Go on then, mate.
That went on a bit, didn't it?
Really yummy. That's all right, mate. Your turn now. What are you going to call it?
Leaky Rider.
Look at that.
OK. Nice. Tell us what you did here, James.
Well, I shan't go on, but really, really simple. I mean, sea bass. I mean, look, it's cooked in There's 18 minutes in the oven. Well, give or take 16 because you took it out before explaining it. But it really simple to cook. Simple to cook. Salt and pepper. That's it. Normally cook it in just salt. Cover it in salt. 25 minutes in the oven. Oh, it's just superb. Take the salt crust off. But you must use sea salt. Don't use table salt. This one I've just stuffed with herbs. Lime. Take the lime, roast it whole, and then you squeeze this juice over the top. And eat it with that. It's even better. It's delicious.
And it sweetens the lime as it roasts, doesn't it?
Superb.
It really does. It changes, not so acidity. It's a bit more of sweetness that comes into it.
But that's with a bit of wilted spinach, a little bit of pesto, pecorino, crouton, and spinach salad. We've got a lovely one potato salad here with a little bit of mustard. You've got some pesto in there, some dill. A little bit of rhubarb compote, a little bit of chutney to go with our bass, and then a traditional apple charlotte. That is knockout. Taste this. But a little bit of rhubarb charlotte. Normally sort of traditionally apple charlotte. Taste that.
Thanks, James. Thank you.
That is
What do you think?
Classic old English dessert. Should come back on the menu. It's knockout.
Wow. It's the orange custard that you've got with the orange zest. It's so light, but it's got all those levels of flavour. It cuts through.
That's the bit that you made then, is it?
No, it was the bit that you watched. You instructed me, Jim.
Argue amongst
The
yourself,
best is
boys.
fabulous.
Oh, wonderful. They're both delighted, our hairy bikers, ladies and gentlemen. But did our chefs delight the studio audience enough? Is it going to be a green pepper day or a red tomato one? Let's find out as we ask them all to please vote now. And up they go. And, oh, today it's a red tomato day.
Brilliant.
Congratulations to you.
Thanks.
Brilliant, Dave.
Thank you.
Lovely. Thanks very much. Well done to you two. Lovely, lovely food. And of course, it doesn't go without saying, £100 spending money there for you. And I believe you're going to donate that to your favourite charity.
Yeah, cancer research.
Yeah.
Good.
That's really nice. Thanks very much.
Thank
Great
you.
having
Thank
on the
you.
programme.
Thank you very much.
Matey. Wow. You get to take home the Ready Steady Cook hamper. All sorts of lovely goodies in there.
Great.
So will you get your mate around to do a bit of cooking for him then?
No, because he's won. It was a spun sugar that did it. It definitely was it.
You should have put a bit of spun sugar on top of your tea, though.
Next time, mate,
Ladies
next
and gentlemen, they've been great fun. Always a pleasure, Brian. Thank
Thank
you
you.
very much
Good.
indeed. Hey, we've got the Quickie Bag to come. But in the meantime, and do follow their new series out on BBC Two later in the year, Simon King and Dave Myers. OK, let's see what our chefs can do with this little selection of ingredients. Nice and gently does it. I think there's a bottle in there. Am I right? Certainly is. We've got some marmalade jam, a little bottle of rum. Oh, look at these. They're almonds. Look, I thought they were macadamia nuts to start with, but they actually are almonds, ladies and gentlemen. We've got some Jamaican ginger cake and some bananas. I've got to say, how do you say Jamaica?
I don't know. Jamaica.
It's Jamaica.
Jamaica, lad.
Yeah, aye. OK, Chef, what would you do with your lot of ingredients there?
Well, I suppose there's some kind of ginger cake and marmalade bread and butter pudding. We could perhaps do some a banana trifle with the marmalade cream. We could perhaps do a some kind of ginger cake fritter or pan perdu. And just because it's all sweet, why don't we actually make a little almond soup? Savoury soup as well.
OK, little almond savoury soup. Nice, but I don't think we've done that before, almond soup. Brian's come up with a few nice ideas. What about you, Chef?
Sounds good. I would do banana pancakes.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah. So thinly slice the bananas, caramelise them in a pan, then put the pancake batter over the top. I'd do that with a chocolate and rum sauce.
Yeah.
And I'd leave it at that because I've walked it. I give him the nuts so he can mess around doing his soup, and I would do a ginger, and I would do an orange.
Dutch
I'd do an
originals
orange
as well, huh?
cheesecake.
An orange
Made
cheesecake.
with the marmalade.
OK.
That's it. You got it right
Nice,
there.
slightly bitter taste there with the marmalade, of course, but that doesn't matter. Very much down
Are
to
we
our
holding
studio
hands
audience
here?
once again. Yeah, I'll hold your hand, just in case it hurts, Brian. OK, what's it going to be? The green peppers or the red tomatoes? Audience, help me out and please vote now. There you go, and up they go.
Well done, Jim.
There you go. Oh.
I'll make the soup, lad.
There you go. Looks like it's an almond soup day. Let's get cooking! OK, Chef, your 10 minutes cooking time starts now. Let's do it. What can we do for you?
There we go. Thank you very much.
OK.
Can you do me a pancake batter, please?
I certainly will.
Thank you very much.
A sweet one, Chef?
A sweet one would be great. Thank
OK.
you. That's that one.
Brian's doing the almond soup.
Brian's doing his fancy almond soup, yeah. And I'm going to use...
Right, we're going to get this all done. And what about you, Chef? Just remind us again what you're going to be doing.
Well, I'm going to do a little bit of meringue because I thought I would do a mixture of two, really, for this one. I thought one of them I'm going to do a little simple cheesecake with a chocolate sauce with this one. And then another one I'll do like a banoffee sort of pie, but then I'll do with meringue and stuff like that. And have it cooked as well. So chocolate sauce, easy recipe, right? It's just water.
Yeah.
Cocoa powder. This is without normal chocolate. So water, cocoa powder, but sugar. And you make first of all a stock syrup. So you need quite a lot of sugar in there to make a thick stock syrup. And then you whisk in the cocoa powder. That instantly makes chocolate sauce.
Great. OK.
So cocoa powder is very bitter. So you do need quite a bit of sugar.
OK, 1 egg. Make a little well in the middle there, guys. Totally up to you which way you do it. You can beat your egg beforehand. I like to put it in a little well. Just put the flour around there. Use the bottom of my whisk there to create that little hole. And then just gradually incorporate the egg into the flour, adding a little bit of milk as you go till you get the right sort of consistency. You don't want it too thick when you're making pancakes, all right? We're not talking about a really heavy batter here. You want it nice and thin. And if you're making a sweet one, just a little bit, addition of a little bit of sugar, that will really, really help. That's it, just beating that now. OK. Do you ever put a bit of melted butter into your pancake mix, James?
You can do, yeah. I mean, you can. Some people. I mean, I've heard say that a lot of people put.
Makes it a little bit richer.
Some people put olive oil in there as well.
That's right. I'll put a splash of olive oil for you.
Yeah, just a touch of olive oil. But
OK.
This is nice little simple cheesecake. I'm going to whip up the cream. Going to add ice and sugar because otherwise it won't dissolve. And this will simply make our dish here. I've got the little ones here that I've just lined nicely. Going to flambe my pancakes as well. I'm going to do a little bit of pancake souffle as well because we've got our egg whites.
OK.
I'll put a bit of banana in. So if you can make 2 plain pancakes first, and then we'll do the banana one.
OK. All right. No problem.
So whip up this first of all.
Right. Brian, how are you doing down there, Chef?
I'm doing good. Anybody who's been down to Spain in the new almond season will actually know that it's a great soup, is this. Tastes wonderful. A bit of garlic, fresh almonds. I'm going to put some veg stock in there. You can put chicken stock in. And just make some nice herby croutons to go with it.
Beautiful. OK, I'll just borrow your ladle there if you don't mind, Chef.
Help yourself, Chef.
OK. 7 minutes to go now. Now, tell us a little bit about this. So we've got the garlic that's blitzed down.
I'm going to blitz that. I've blitzed the almonds already.
Yeah.
Normally, I'd just sort of let them sweat nicely and then blitz it afterwards. But we're in a bit of a hurry round here.
OK.
So.
And what do you top it up? Is it a stock or a milk that goes in there, Chef?
Normally, you just put some milk in there. They're really quite soft, the fresh almonds. You see, so it's probably about 4 weeks ago, 6 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Perhaps more. Beautiful flavour, really gentle and so. Actually,
Fantastic.
you'll be surprised. This will work well.
OK, looking forward to seeing that shortly. All right, then, let's get all of these bits and pieces. No problem, Chef. I'll just pick that up for you. You've got your piping bag here. So that's ready for you to go. We're going to be starting off with our pancake mix. All right, looking for almost like a single bit in between the single cream and double cream consistency to make your pancakes. The first one's often a bit dodgy, isn't it, James?
It is a bit, yeah. That's my excuse.
I think it's probably something to do with the pan and just the little sort of pores of the pan. I know that sounds a bit strange, but once you've done the first one, then it seems to come together quite beautifully. Roll that around your pan, just nice and easy. You're in control of this, guys, all right, then? Just allow that to circulate around your pan and put that back on the heat and let that cook. And that's it. All right, we've got a lovely chocolate sauce here Chef was talking about.
Chocolate sauce is finished. I mean, it's easy as that. All I've done is whisk in a little bit of cocoa powder. It couldn't be any easier, really, to make a simple little chocolate sauce.
All right, then. That's it. Don't need to go out and buy a big block of chocolate, do you?
No, I mean, if you're doing that, but I still do it exactly the same way, even with a big block of chocolate, because the problem is a lot of people do it and use cream or butter, and it goes cloudy.
Yeah.
That's the way of doing it without it going cloudy.
OK.
Simple.
Halfway now, James, just to keep you informed of what's going on. OK. And we've got a quickie question here today. Let's just flip this over here. OK, as I say, the first one can be a little bit awkward.
You got those eggs, eh?
Once you've got once you've got the first one done, the second one is really, really easy. I certainly have, Chef. OK, today's quickie question comes courtesy of Lavina Parish from South Devon. Good afternoon to you, Lavina. And she says, can you tell me the difference between risotto rice and short grain rice? I'm wondering if they are the same, as they both release starch to give a creamy result. And can risotto rice be used in rice pudding? Well, it certainly can. The difference is one is short grain and one is medium grain. You get the long grain rice, and the shorter the grain, the more it absorbs. I think the short grain rice, we're talking about, to every 25 grams of short grain rice, it probably absorb about a pint of milk, slightly less for the risotto medium grain. But what about using risotto rice in rice pudding, James?
I wouldn't personally. I would use pudding rice.
OK, why?
It's just personal preference, really. I mean,
OK, but you can use it, though.
You can use it if you are stuck, but I would use real pudding rice, to be honest.
OK,
There's
lovely.
two different types of risotto rice, Arborio and Carolina rice, so
that's right.
don't just think there's one.
And the Bologna.
Yeah, a lot of people think there's just one type. There is actually more than one, so...
OK, lovely. Anything to add to that, Brian, about...
No, not really, boys. You said it all. I'm just so impressed.
Brian's impressed with us. That's good. And look at this. You can just use the bananas. Just a cup of very simple dessert. Tell us again how you've done this.
I mean, this is a little... I mean, just literally, just very, very simple. I haven't put... This one's not got the... Where's my icing sugar shaker? This one's not got the... A little bit of marmalade in, but just plenty of icing sugar, right? The reason why I'm doing that is when you get the blowtorch...
Yeah, carry on.
Go over the top.
Yeah.
Look at this, it caramelises the top, like a brulee.
And is it worth investing in one of these
Yeah,
blow
get
torches?
a proper blowtorch as well, not the little ones.
Okay.
A proper, decent sized one. So
there you go.
you've got a
Lovely.
simple little dish. It's easy as that. Right, you see our meringues happening over there. Meringue, 50 grams of salt. That's 50 grams of sugar, sorry, per
Okay,
egg
what
white.
about your bananas now, Chef? I need them in here. Do you want me to just slice them, a bit of butter?
Slice them, just put them in there, it'd be great. This is a cold meringue, so there's 4 different types of making meringue. Hot, cold, boiled. And there's another one, almost like royal icing, but this is a cold meringue. So if I was using this hot meringue, you take the same amount of sugar and pop it in the oven and heat it up.
Better known in the Italian meringue.
Italian meringue is boiled, where you boil it on a sugar thermometer, 121 degrees, pour it in there, cooks the egg whites, and pregnant women can eat meringue.
Okay, I love that
cooking it.
expression. Okay, we've got 2 minutes to go now, guys. Let's get this out. I want to try and get these bananas out on time, caramelising them, doing all sorts of things, and then plus getting the batter on the top, so we really have to move this now.
So a little bit of that. I'm going to do a little souffle.
Okay, right. How are you getting on down there, Chef?
We're doing all right, Chef. I just lost me knife.
Pancake souffle.
I had it a minute ago. Oh, here we are.
Okay.
Found
Yeah,
it.
tell us about pancake souffle.
Pancake souffle, a little bit of banana. Lovely.
All right,
Bit of
then,
meringue.
here we are. Just browning those up very, very gently, guys, and then we're going to get the pancake
Fold
on
it
top
over.
of those.
Whack it in the oven. Pancake souffle.
Okay, 1 pancake souffle. All sorts of lovely
£5,
things
that's
happening
a bargain.
here. I know. That's what you get, mate.
£7 in his restaurant.
It's gone up.
Don't
It's
go on
gone
about
up.
his restaurant. All right, then here we are.
Don't forget we need to flambe. a little bit
Okay. Now remember, we've got the bananas in here, we've got the pancakes sitting on top, so the whole thing is going to be cooking down. So literally, we've got 1 minute to get this out. That's it, right, very quickly. Okay, Chef, next one, next.
Next, just plate it up, really.
All right.
That's it.
Bit of a plate.
All right, Brian, are you going to be ready, Chef?
We might be ready in 10 minutes, Chef.
Okay, 35 seconds, come on. I want this to cook out. Come on, baby,
Just around the
cook,
edge.
cook, 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 cook.
Take the meringue.
There.
Meringue goes on the top.
All right, pipe that to the top there. Very simple. You want your gun on again?
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
Saucer on the edge.
Okay. Here we are, just glazing this up. This is the beauty of having one of these guns. Okay. 9, 8, got another plate. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, stop! And there it is. Are we going to drizzle a little bit of the old caramel on top there?
This is just for Brian. It's just a portion for him. There you go.
Oh, nice small portion, Brian.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
about a name, Chef?
This banana's the nuts.
Hey.
Nice and easy.
Obviously referring to Brian's beautiful almond soup.
soup.
Tell us what you did here, please,
What
Chef.
do we do first of all? We made a simple little cheesecake, whipped up some cream, put some a little bit of yoghurt through it. Normally you would do this with mascarpone cheese or cream cheese. Ice and sugar, touch of either honey or if you've got maple syrup or something like that.
Golden
would go-
syrup, anything
Yeah,
like
golden
that.
syrup. Anything sweetness that not caster sugar, because otherwise you get the grains in. Simple little thing. Brulee the top of the bananas, chocolate sauce, and you see the shine on it. You get that by making a stock syrup.
Beautiful.
You did this fantastic pancake, which I love as well. You can use that sort of chocolate spread on there. It's lovely.
Absolutely. It's a little bit of bananas. You can put a chocolate spread and just fold it over.
delicious,
couldn't
isn't
you?
it?
Really,
It's delicious.
really lovely. And unfortunately, we've run out of time, but Brian did a wonderful almond soup. If you want to find out exactly what went into it, we do have CFAX, or check out our website. That's bbc.co.uk/food from Brian, James and myself. See you soon on Ready, Steady, Cook. Bye-bye. Take care.